Alright, time for another video. Woohoo! Got a free truck. This was my brother-in-law's. That was my wife's sister's husband. They've been married 19 or 20 years. Really good guy. Smart. One of the nicest people you ever met. Well, he died, and she gave me the truck. He'd been working on it. He was running down a fuel issue. He put a new fuel pump in it, so I got to charge the battery, see if it's still good. It sat for a couple of years, but it's a 98 Silverado, so I can add it to my collection. It must have been a special edition. I don't know if this was an aftermarket, that fiberglass over the fender wells, down the side. I don't like the look. I'm gonna take that off. Hopefully there's no rust behind it. That's what I don't like about stuff like that. It gives a place for water to sit and rust. And he had just put new tires on it a couple of years ago, so they're in good shape. Another set of good years. And I'm gonna take this stuff off here. Just peel and stick, holding it on. And I'm gonna take this off. Just kind of clutters it up. I like a more of a clean style, and this will give us a fleet side. Then interior's in pretty good shape. Front seat needs to be recovered, but that's about what you'd expect for a year like this. Of course, it's got the old GM door handle broke. That happens. If you've had OBSs, you know which ones break. It's got a door on this side. I've never seen one like that to get into the back. That's kind of handy. It's got leather interior. The rear seats are good. He kept it folded up, put his tools in the back. And it's got like 226,000 miles. Not too bad. That engine, a few years ago, he let the timing chain get a little sloppy, and it jumped. He had to get the heads redone, so I know he's done that. Nice toolbox on it. I'm going to keep that on it. Plastic bed liner. That's about what they put in it on this generation. And another thing about OBS's, tailgate doesn't come down. I got to put another handle on it. That's 3 of them I got to do now. Luckily they aren't expensive, and they're pretty easy to change. It's going to need a paint job. It's not in horrible shape, but it's got the old late 90s paint job. That clear coat just peels off like crazy. I don't know why GM did that. They should have got sued on that. That was pretty crappy. No dents, no rust that I know of yet. I wasn't expecting it. It's a surprise. Hopefully I can get this thing running. Find out that fuel issue. He put a new fuel pump in it. I don't know if I mentioned that. I probably did. But you see all the algae growing on it. Next video I'm going to show with this side trim off and get it washed up. I may try to wax what paint is left, get something over there on that clear coat so the base coat won't go bad. I don't want rust starting getting in there, but it needs to be cleaned up. When we towed it, this drum brake back here was it was locked up, but after rocking it a few times, it came loose and started rolling. It's still a little bit of friction in there. I'm going to take that off and adjust that brake and clean it up a little bit so where it won't tie up like that. It's got fresh gas in it, but like I said, it needs to be cleaned up. Let me pop the hood real quick. Oh, I may have forgotten to mention it's a 98. I haven't had a 98 before, or 97. I'd like to find me a short wheelbase single cab and put me just an old school 350 in it. Make kind of a hot rod out of it. These OBS's, those short wheelbase ones, are hard to find, and they look really good if you fix them up and make a little bit of a hot rod out of it. That's why I like to find one with a blown engine. Because I'm not gonna put a vortex in it, or I'm not gonna use the heads or nothing. I just want an old school cast iron engine. I may put me a Rochester on it, Quadrajet. A lot of people don't like them carburetors, but I sure do. I've worked on dozens of them, and they got their quirks. But if you know how to work on them, there ain't nothing to keep going right. They'll never let you down. I've never had a Rochester let me down. Them Quadrajets are really good carburetors. All right. Under hood looks great. There's no oil leaks. It's got new distributor crap, rotor button, plugs, plug wires. It's got a new belt on it. Got a new tensioner. He liked his old truck. I think he was the second owner. He may have bought it new, I don't know. But worst case scenario, we're the third owners. I like getting them like that, and I like getting them unmolested, where they people haven't modified these things. They're easier to work on if you don't modify them. I've gotten pretty good at working on these OBS and these Vortex. Got a 5.7, of course, but it in the hood mat up top's in really good shape. I like to see that. But looks like it's had a new master cylinder. Well, yeah, a master cylinder and a booster put on it not too long ago. That's cool. Less parts I have to buy. I'd like to get out cheap on this one, getting it running right. And we're going to paint it. My son's taking paint and body right now, so paint jobs will be the last things that we'll do on our vehicles. I want my Suburban painted first. It's got the worst paint job. I'll show that in the video next time I do something on my Suburban, but I got lucky on it. Didn't cost me a dime. That's the best way to get them. And like I said, it looks rough right now. It's kind of dirty, but I'll clean it up and upload another video. Alright, well, till I see y'all next time, have a good one.